Oh my god, yeah, I'm muted. Oh my god. Thank you. Yeah. But yeah, I'm back. Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. I'm so glad you could join me in this session because I'll be learning Tagalog. So I actually don't know Tagalog at all, and the reason why I want to learn Tagalog is because I'm just curious, and I know in Final Fantasy 14 I have a lot of friends who are from the Philippines. So if you are from the Philippines, maybe you can say hi and maybe teach me a little bit of tips and tricks or words. And yeah, it's just like a casual one. Hello, Relikai. You are here just to tag along. Nice pun. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know where to start, so um I searched for some like YouTube channels to learn Tagalog. So maybe we'll just go through that a little bit, and do let me know if the background music is too loud because uh this is my first time having like super casual chat. Yeah, just let me know whenever my voice is too soft or too loud, then I can try to adjust it. Okay, let's have some fun. Okay, let's see what I have to switch the stream. Wait, give me a moment so I can show the YouTube again. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I hope it's not going to be a boring one. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna stop the music for a bit and just go to the YouTube. So I found this YouTube. It's called Tagalog Time with Pat, and it's like Tagalog Lesson 101. So actually, I'm curious why it's called Tagalog because the country name is the Philippines, and when I didn't know much about it, when I referred to the language of the Filipinos, I often said like the Filipino language. But then my friend corrected me and said that it's Tagalog. But yeah, I was just curious where Tagalog came from. So wait, I'm just going to go like
The
here.
national language of the Philippines. How is it different from Tagalog? We'll talk about that. Then we will learn some common introduction phrases so that you can have a conversation with someone you just met. And lastly, we'll do some practice questions and apply what we learned. Alrighty, this is a picture of a river. In fact, this is the Marikina River in Metro Manila. I will just describe it to you. In the back, there are some skyscrapers, really tall buildings.
Yeah, it looks like well, I'm actually quite surprised that the river was actually pretty huge considering it's close to the city.
In fact, this is kind of what you would see in the Philippines whenever you visit a big city. So there's skyscrapers. Most of those are probably condos, probably office buildings for both domestic or local businesses as well as international businesses too.
Hmm.
And then there's probably some shopping centers all mixed in there as well. Around those skyscrapers, you will see a lot of houses. So big cities are very populated, a lot of traffic can be seen there. However,
Traffic, totally a Southeast Asia thing. Except Singapore, maybe. I think Singapore's traffic is not so bad if you have been there before.
throughout the city, you will find pockets of nature, like this river, or even parts of wooded areas, or even nature parks where families will often relax together. So, what does a river have to do with Tagalog? Well, in Tagalog, the word river is ilog. And back
Oh wait, it's ilog, not log.
in the day, those who lived near the river were called taga-ilog. Taga means from, ilog means river.
Oh, so basically Tagalog is just river dwellers? That's pretty cool. Like I know from learning about different civilizations back in university days that like many civilizations flourished near rivers, and that makes sense. Like people use the rivers for cleaning, for transportation, and all that.
So these people were from the river, or also known as river dwellers. The opposite of that would be taga-bundok, from the mountain. So this was just a way to distinguish people in different regions. Taga-ilog are those who were living beside the river. And the name Tagalog comes from this phrase, taga-ilog. It is the language that was spoken by these people who were living near the river.
Ah, okay. So it's only near the river?
So eventually, the language was called Tagalog. Now, what is the difference between Tagalog and Filipino? Well, before the 1930s, there actually wasn't even a national language in the Philippines. At the time, Spanish and English were considered to be official languages, but there was no national language assigned yet. It wasn't until 1937 when Tagalog was declared to be the national language by the government.
I'm guessing this is near
However, this was pretty
independence?
controversial. Tagalog was only spoken in the central Luzon area. That means people up north and people in the south did not speak Tagalog. There are lots of languages and dialects throughout the country. In fact, some people didn't even recognize Tagalog as the national language.
So that's really interesting. I guess people near the civilization would be like they tend to actually influence the entire country.
Some people did not support this decision, but ultimately Tagalog was chosen for a number of reasons. First, Tagalog was spoken in Manila and its surrounding areas.
There we go.
And this is where the government had resided for many years. So since this is the area where government decisions were being made about politics, economics, and social issues, many people decided that Tagalog would be more suitable to be the national language. Also, Tagalog was chosen because it didn't have as many smaller dialects like other languages did in the country at the time. Another reason why Tagalog was chosen to be the national language was because there was an extensive amount of historical documents and books written in Tagalog. So this showed that Tagalog had already been a well-established language.
I wonder if it's the same for the other Southeast Asian countries, because as far as I know, countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand do have dialects as well. I'm not too familiar with Vietnam and Laos, but yeah, I do know that those countries actually have different dialects as well.
Tagalog was chosen to be the national language at the time because even though not a lot of regions spoke it fluently, it was the most widely understood language throughout various regions in the Philippines. Eventually, in 1987, it was declared that Filipino would actually be the national language instead of Tagalog.
Wait, they do have Filipino language? Wait, I thought Tagalog is like the national language of the Philippines.
So what is the difference between Tagalog and Filipino? Well, Filipino comes from Tagalog. However, it includes loan words that are also commonly used, but come from Spanish, English, and other languages. For example, let's take the word dictionary. In Filipino, people would just say diccionario, dictionary. However, a true Tagalog purist would say talatinigan. You'll notice that the word diccionario has a lot of Spanish influence.
Yeah, that totally sounds like Spanish.
And that is what the Filipino language is all about. It incorporates all of these loan words that have been mixed into Tagalog. So that's the main difference between Tagalog and Filipino. Tagalog is the uninfluenced language, whereas Filipino incorporates all of these loan words and influences from other countries. So speaking of, what are some of the Tagalog influences? Well, Spain colonized the Philippines from 1521 to 1898. So for over 300 years, Spain occupied the country, so it had
300 years? I thought the Dutch was like one of the longest one to colonize the Southeast Asia. I know Indonesia has been colonized for 300 years, I believe. I didn't know that the Spanish is also that long in the Philippines.
A big effect on the Filipino culture, language, and traditions. Here are some loan words from Spanish: caballo, horse; radyo, radio; cuchara, spoon; tinidor, fork. Another country that influenced Tagalog is China. There were a lot of immigrants from the Hokkien community who were from the southern tip of China, and they immigrated to the Philippines between the 16th and 19th centuries. There are a lot of Chinese influences in the Filipino culture.
I wasn't aware about the Chinese influences. Like, I know Vietnam is heavily influenced, Singapore, Malaysia are heavily influenced, but I never knew about this. Like, I know there are a lot of like Chinese Filipino around. I've met some of them, and some of them were actually my friends. But yeah, I wasn't aware that language was also influenced by China.
For example, the cuisine, pancit and lumpia, come from the Chinese culture. Also, beliefs in feng shui and other things like that come from Chinese culture as well. Here are some Tagalog words that were influenced by China: hikaw, earring; susi, key; ate and kuya, so older sister and
Wait, Kuya is Chinese?
older brother. Those are some words from the Chinese culture. Next, America influenced Tagalog. America occupied the Philippines between 1898 and 1946.
Wow,
And here are
that's
some
long.
English words that have influenced Tagalog: wais, wise; ball pen;
Wait, what is wise? Like wise wisdom? Ball, ball pen sounds like a ballpoint, like pen.
pen; narce, nurse; driver,
Oh,
driver.
driver.
Also, Japan
Okay.
influenced Tagalog. They occupied the
Okay,
Philippines between
that's fun.
1942 and 1945, and here are some
Karaoke,
Tagalog
of
words that were
course.
influenced by Japanese: karaoke; katol, which is the incense
Okay.
or some smoke that's used to deter mosquitoes; and then
Oh,
tsunami.
that one. Okay. Well,
And again, this
tsunami
is what the
is
Filipino
pretty
language incorporates.
adapted
It
worldwide.
adds all of these words that have been borrowed from other countries.
But it's really interesting how you would just like write driver as like Drayber. Like that's how you would probably pronounce it, but you wrote it that way. It's kind of like the Japanese katakana, where you just write it in Japanese way, but it sounds like how it should sound in the original language.
Into Tagalog, whereas Tagalog purists would use other words that were more used in pre-colonial times. All right, so now let's take a look at where Tagalog is spoken throughout the Philippines. There are three main island groups in the Philippines: Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Luzon is up in the north, then Visayas is in the central area, and then Mindanao is way down in the south. Tagalog is spoken here in this central Luzon area, so it's more up there in the north. There are so many languages in the Philippines, and here are just some of them. Ilocano is spoken up there in the north, northern Luzon area. Tagalog again is the central Luzon area. Bicolano is in the southern Luzon area. Waray is spoken in the Visayas region, also Cebuano and Bisaya. All of
I'm guessing that Cebuano is like from Cebu, like it's pretty famous region. I have heard so much about the beaches in Cebu, and Ilocano and Bicolano sounds they sound really Spanish. I wonder if they're Spanish influence.
that is spoken in the southern areas of the Philippines. And then
Oh wait, there's
Hiligaynon
more.
is on the western side of the Visayas region. Now, the big question is, what is the difference between language and dialect? I will say that not everyone agrees. Some people think Tagalog is a language. Some people would say Tagalog is just a dialect. Same with Bisaya. Some people would say, oh, Bisaya is a language. Others would say that Bisaya is a dialect. Based on my research, language is considered to be more broad, whereas dialect is more regional. So yes, someone could argue, oh, Bicolano is regional, Hiligaynon is regional. I like to consider all of these as different languages, and I know I'm going to get people who disagree, and I apologize, but I also just like to give these regions their own recognition as.
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes a lot of sense. If it's regional, then it's not. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, SN1 MIGZ. So how long am I learning about the Philippines language? I'm going to keep it constant. So I'm just going to learn through YouTube and along the way maybe in game. Well, I play Final Fantasy 14 and I made a lot of Filipino friends. So I'm just gonna ask them and maybe occasionally slip in a few Tagalog words so I remember. Yeah, so well, today the stream is about 2 hours. Yeah, and this is my first time, to be honest, learning a language from YouTube. And also the first time that I'm streaming as I learn. I thought it would be more interesting than just like a normal chit chat. I think it's useful for me, and it's also maybe fun if people can teach me. We all know the most common Filipino phrase during rain. Yeah, I know that one. Can I say it on stream though? Is it safe? I know one that starts with P. Okay, yeah,
Having this
okay.
developed
I
language and
think
form of communication.
I'm going to skip on a little bit because I think the next part is just showing like Tagalog around the world. Like,
Date, Tagalog is one of the most spoken languages in households, according to the US Census.
interesting.
So good for you for learning Tagalog. It is a very useful language when you're meeting someone new. All right, so let's go ahead and learn some common phrases
Okay, the most fun part. Let's go.
in Tagalog. If you want to say hello, how are you in Tagalog, it's kamusta ka?
Kamusta ka? Did I say it right? Anyone speaking Tagalog here? Maybe can help me like spot if I'm saying it right. Because I don't know if maybe if I have a different accent, like how in Mandarin, if you say it wrongly, then it can mean a different thing. Yeah. So if you know, please let me know. But otherwise, let's just learn together. Kamusta ka?
Kumusta ka?
Kumusta ka?
So it's spelled K-U-M, kumusta ka. But sometimes you might hear some people say kamusta ka, like it's a K-A sound. Kamusta ka?
Kamusta ka?
So if you want to say hello, how are you, it is just one phrase, kamusta ka?
Okay, kamusta ka, chat?
All right, now here are some responses. If you're doing well, you can say mabuti naman.
Mabuti naman.
Mabuti naman. That means I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing well. Mabuti means good. Naman is an emphasis word.
So I guess if someone is good at reading, I can just say mabuti. Maybe. Okay, mabuti naman.
So I'm doing good. Mabuti naman. If you're just doing okay, you can say ayos lang. Ayos lang.
Ayos lang. Okay, so that means I'm doing okay.
Ayos means okay. Lang means only. So I'm only doing okay. Ayos
Okay.
lang. And if you're not doing good, you can say hindi mabuti.
Hindi mabuti. Okay, so mabuti naman is I'm doing well. Ayos lang is like so-so. I'm doing okay. And hindi mabuti is I'm not doing well.
Hindi means not. Mabuti means good. So not good. I'm not doing well. Hindi mabuti. Okay, say these phrases with
Hindi
me one more
mabuti.
time. Kamusta ka?
Kamusta
Hello,
ka?
how are you? Kamusta ka?
Kamusta ka?
Kamusta ka?
Kamusta ka?
Mabuti naman. I'm
Mab-
doing well.
Mabuti naman.
Mabuti naman. Mabuti naman.
Wait, you can say it in however, like in however tone it is. Like I can say like mabuti naman or mabuti naman. Are they the same? I guess they are.
Ayos lang. I'm doing okay.
Ayos
Ayos
lang.
lang. Ayos lang.
Ayos lang.
Hindi mabuti. I'm not doing well.
Hindi
Hindi
mabuti.
mabuti.
Hindi mabuti.
Hindi mabuti.
Okay, sounds
Next,
pretty
if you want to
easy.
ask someone's name, you could say, Ano ang pangalan mo?
Okay, this is getting longer. Ano ang pangalan mo?
Ano means what? Ang means is. Pangalan is name. Mo is referring to you. Ano ang pangalan mo?
Ano ang pangalan mo? So mo is you.
To reply, you could just say, Ako si blank. I
Okay.
am blank.
Ako si
For example, I
Reina.
would say, Ako si Pat.
Ako si Reina.
Si Pat. I will say, the long and formal answer could be, Ang pangalan ko ay Pat.
Wow, okay. I'm going to stick with ako si Reina. But I'm going to try saying that. Ang pangalan ko ay Reina. Okay, I
That
think that
literally
sounds
means
okay.
My name is Pat. Pat is my name. However, this isn't conversational Tagalog. A lot of people would just say, Ako si blank. Ako si Pat. All right,
Ako
let's
si
try saying
Reina.
these phrases one more time. Repeat after me. Ano ang pangalan mo? What is your name?
Ano ang pangalan mo?
Ang pangalan mo? Ano
Ano ang pangalan
mo?
mo?
Ako si blank.
Ako
I am
si
blank.
Reina.
Ako si Pat.
Ako si Reina.
blank. All right, if you want to ask
Okay.
someone where they're from,
So far, I think it's okay. Ako si Reina.
you would say, Taga saan ka?
Taga saan? Wait, I'm supposed to break that, right? Taga saan ka?
Taga means from, saan means where, ka is referring to you.
Wait, I thought it was Mo. Mo was you earlier, and then now it's ka.
Taga
Okay, it's getting
saan
confusing.
ka? Where are you
Taga
from?
saan ka?
Taga saan ka?
Ka?
To reply,
Okay,
you would say,
taga saan
Taga
ka?
blank ako. I am from blank.
Taga
means
Eorzea
from.
ako.
Means I am.
Okay, so they reverse the grammar. So you put the subject at the end, because normally in English, the subject would be right in the beginning, and from here it seems like you put the subject at the end. So like where you, and then you're like from here me. Okay, I think I have to get used to like the grammar. Wait, I'm just gonna change the music. It's getting a little bit too distracting. Let me see if... Okay, this is better. Okay. Taga saan ka? Taga Eorzea ako.
Taga Manila ako. I am from Manila. Taga blank ako. All right,
Taga.
say these phrases with me one more time. Taga saan ka?
Taga saan
Taga
ka?
saan ka?
Taga saan ka?
Taga saan ka?
Ta-
Taga
taga saan
Manila
ka?
ako. Taga blank ako.
Taga Eorzea
Taga
ako.
blank ako. Next, if you want to ask about someone's age, you would say, Ilang taon ka na?
Okay, sensitive
Ilang
question.
Taon ka na?
Ilang taon ka na? And I guess ka is you.
Ilan means how many, taon means year, ka is referring to you, na means already. Ilang
Okay.
taon ka na?
Ilang
Ilang
taon ka na?
taon ka na? To
Na is
reply,
already.
you would just say, blank ako. I am blank. 30 ako. I am 30.
Okay.
Blank ako. Usually, when someone is saying their age, they use Spanish numbers. So an 18-year-old might say, 18 ako. I am 18. But you could also say it in Tagalog or in English. 30 ako. Let's say these phrases one more time. Ilang taon ka na?
Ilang taon
Ilang
ka na?
taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na?
Ilang taon ka
Blank
na?
ako. 30 ako.
Okay.
Blank ako. The long form of your answer could be, ako ay 30 taong gulang. That literally means, I am 30 years old.
So I guess tatlumpung is 30. Ako ay 30 taon gulang.
Again, this is not so much conversational Tagalog.
Okay.
It's more common for someone to just say, 30 ako. Next, you can ask someone, ano ang trabaho mo? What is your job? Ano means what, ang means is, trabaho means job, mo is referring to you.
So again, with the grammar, it's reversed. So instead of like, what is your job? It's like, what is job you? So this is getting confusing again because it's back to mo and before it was ka. So I'm guessing that mo is like like when you possess something, like it's like you and your and me and mine, and ka is just like you. This is my guess. Let's see.
Ano ang trabaho mo?
Ano ang trabaho
Ano ang trabaho mo?
Ano ang
Your
trabaho
response
mo?
would be, blank ako. So
Streamer
very
ako.
similar to the last response. I am blank. I am a blank.
Okay, so it's just you can. I'm guessing that if you can just put in English words like manager. Like if you're like a manager, you'd be like manager ako. Or like
For example, I could say,
streamer ako.
nurse ako, teacher ako. And here's just some vocabulary on some professions.
I wonder if this is also applicable to like jobs in game. Like for example, if you're like a dark knight or like a white mage, like can we just like ask like ano ang trabaho mo? And you just like white mage ako, maybe?
Guro, teacher, nurse, nurse, doctor, doctor, abogado, lawyer.
Wait, avocado is lawyer? It sounds like avocado. Okay, the rest are quite okay. Like nurse is nurse, doctor is doctor, and avocado. I'm sorry, it sounds like avocado. Avocado lawyer. But it makes it easy to remember because now I associate avocado with lawyer. Okay, let's
So you could say, guro ako, nurse ako.
guro ako.
All right, say these phrases with me one more time. Ano ang trabaho mo?
Ano ang trabaho mo?
Ano ang trabaho mo?
Ano ang
Ano ang
trabaho
trabaho
mo?
mo? Blank
Ano ang
ako,
trabaho mo?
nurse ako,
Sage ako.
guro ako. The long form answer would be, ako ay isang nurse.
Ako
Literally, I am
ay-
a nurse.
Ako is I. And then wait, why is it not ako ang?
Ako ay isang nurse. Again,
Ako ay isang sage.
And this is not conversational Tagalog.
Okay,
More
I'm
people
gonna
would
skip
just
that.
say blank ako, nurse ako.
Okay.
Next, someone might ask you, may asawa ka na ba?
Why would you get asked if you're married? Okay, maybe it's like a cultural thing. Like, do people get called differently when you're married or when you're single? Like, in English, maybe there's like Mrs. and Miss, something like that. I don't know.
Are you married? May
My
asawa ka na ba?
Erin Claire. Oh my god, typical family reunion question. Yeah, this sounds like, if there's like family reunion, or maybe in some cases like Chinese New Year, Christmas, and stuff like that. Uh, this sounds like the question that would be asked in like those situations. Okay, but it's good to know. That's
May
my.
means to have.
Okay.
Asawa is a spouse. Ka is referring to you. Na means already. Ba is a question word.
Okay, so ba is like question word. So I guess it's like Mandarin ma. Like if you wanna ask question, you would always like end it with ma, like ni hao ma. Like, are you good? Like if it's a question, then you add a ma at the end. Okay, that makes sense. The annual partner check. Yeah, a lot of people are somehow interested in your marital status. May asawa ka na ba?
May asawa ka na ba?
May
May
okay, my
asawa ka na ba?
the British in
Your
it.
response would be, oo,
Oh
yes.
oh. That's so cute. Like oh oh is yes. Okay, okay. And
Wala
wala.
or hindi, no.
No.
Wala pa, not yet.
Wait, I thought yet already is like na, but why is it pa? It's not wala na. Oh, okay. Pa is like, has it happened yet? No, but I thought na is like already, right? So it's not wala na, but wala pa. Okay, wala na is past tense. Okay, got it, got it. Oh wow, so you guys have past tense as well. Okay, it's another challenge to learn.
So repeat after me. May asawa ka na ba?
May asawa ka na ba? Wala na. His partner gone. Oh my god. Okay, that's a bad phrase. Okay, I hope I will never have to say wala na.
May asawa ka na ba?
May asawa ka na ba?
And you say your answer. Oo.
Oo.
Yes. Wala.
Wala.
No. Wala pa. Not yet.
Wala pa.
Next is a very similar question. May anak.
Why is she teaching all these phrases, like the family reunion phrases? Like when you have like a Christmas dinner with all your family members. FF14 dancer gets knocked off the platform. Oops, wala na. Wait, isn't it the case where the dancer partnered with like a dragoon, and the dragoon flipped back and died? And then the dancer would say like, oops, wala na. Yeah, so I'd be ready when brought to family reunions. Yeah, good point.
Ka na ba? May
My
means to have. Anak means child. Ka is referring to you. Na means already. And ba is a question word.
Okay, so anak I know in Malay and Indonesian means kid as well. Like, so I guess they do have common words. May anak ka na ba? May LB3 ka na ba? Is that some like a question that you would say in PvP? Like, may limit break ka na ba?
May anak ka na ba? Do you
May
have any
anak ka na
kids?
ba?
May anak ka na
May
ba?
may anak ka
May
na ba?
anak ka na ba? Your
May
response would be
LB3
the
ka na
same as the
ba?
last question.
Oo.
Oo, yes. Wala or hindi, no.
Sounds very
Wala
cute.
pa,
Wala.
not yet.
Wala
So the
pa.
difference between wala and hindi.
Okay, so before we go to wala and hindi, so I guess if someone in PvP ask my LB3 ka na ba? If you say like wala pa means it's not yet, but if you say it's wala na means you already used it. Is that right? Okay, got it. Yay! I'm smart. Yay. Okay, I'm not. I'm just kidding. Just trying to motivate myself so I can learn faster.
Wala technically means none or nothing.
Oh.
Hindi means no. And since the question has the word may, which means do you have, it's almost like a quantity, then you could answer with wala, none. I have none yet. I don't have any kids
Wala,
yet. So
wala.
wala, none. Sometimes you might also hear someone say hindi, no.
So, wala is when people ask you how many people did you kill in PvP, and then you just say like wala, which is sad. And then Hindi is when people ask you, did you manage to get any kills in PvP? Then you say Hindi.
Most commonly, you would hear someone say wala, none. If you do want to answer and say that you do have kids, you can add the number of kids in your response. Oo, may dalawang anak na ako. Let's review some Tagalog numbers.
Okay, I'm gonna skip.
Isa,
Oh, okay, numbers. Isa,
one, dalawa,
dalawa,
two, tatlo,
tatlo,
apat, four,
apat,
lima, five.
lima. Wait, oo, may dalawang kills na ako. Okay, so that means yes, I have kills, right? And then if you say like, let's say I killed 3 people in PvP, then I would say like, oh, my tatlo and my tatlo kills na ako.
Now, if you listen again to the response, it's oo, may dalawang
Yay!
anak na ako.
I got it.
When the number ends with a vowel, like dalawa, ends with the letter A, you have to add an NG at the end when you respond.
Oh, so that's why the dalawang, it's not dalawa but dalawang. Oh, that's the other day my friend from my old FC said something about adobo, like chicken. Like if it's like chicken adobo. I forgot what chicken is in Tagalog, but you say adobong and chicken in Tagalog. It's because the adobo ends with O, right? So that's why it's adobong.
So, oo, may dalawang anak na ako. So instead of saying may dalawa anak na ako, you have to add an NG to the end of the word dalawa so that it connects to the word anak. It's almost like you're saying two of child.
Oh, okay. So I guess the eng is to break between vowels, so you don't have to like end in vowel and start with the same vowel. Because it will be like without the eng, it would be like dalawa anak, which you have to have a like short pause in between. But if you have a ng, like with the eng, you can just like dalawang anak, like you can like join the two words together?
You have 2 children. And you add this ng to the end of any number when it ends with a vowel. So isa, dalawa, tatlo, lima, 5. But for the word apat, 4, it ends with a consonant. You would have to add the word na before the word anak. So, oo, may apat na
Oh.
anak na ako.
Okay, so if it ends with consonant, then you add na. So like apat na anak instead of apat anak. Got it.
So anytime the number ends with a consonant, you add the word na. All right. Say that again with me. May anak ka na ba?
May anak ka na ba?
May anak ka na ba?
May
Do you
anak
have any
ka na
kids?
ba?
May anak ka na ba?
May anak
And
ka
your
na
response,
ba?
oo, yes,
Oo,
wala,
wala,
or hindi, no,
hindi,
wala pa,
wala
not yet.
pa.
And to talk about how many kids you do have, you could say, oo, may dalawang anak na ako, and just fill in the number in the phrase. Lastly, to get to know someone, you can ask them,
Okay, this is more fun. This is less of family reunion kind of thing. Wait, I wonder if I can just make the YouTube. Wait, let me just use this. Make us more relaxed. Ano
ano
ang
ang hilig mo? What
ano ang hilig mo?
are your hobbies? Ano means what, ang means are or is, hilig means your likings or things that you like. Mo is referring to you. Ano ang hilig mo?
Okay, ano is what? Ang is like the to be, like is. And I guess there's no plural or singular for like the to be, like for is and are. Like in English, there is a difference, but I guess none in Tagalog. So it's just ang for everything. And hilig mo.
What do you like to do? What are your hobbies? Your response would be, mahilig ako blank.
Mahilig
I like
ako
to blank. And here are some examples
play
of some
PvP.
hobbies. Mahilig ako magluto, to
Magluto.
cook, magluto,
Magluto.
magbasa, to read,
Magbasa.
magbasa,
Magbasa.
manood ng TV,
What? Manood? Is that manood? Ang TV? So it's ang? Okay.
watch TV,
Manood
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 ng
manood
TV,
ng TV.
sumayaw, dance,
Sumayaw.
sumayaw,
Sumayaw.
mag-exercise, to exercise,
Mag-exercise. It feels like a red mage kind of thing. Like, you know how the red mage skills use like ver something and ver something? Like ver raise, ver thunder. So this is like ma everything. Kumain, to eat. Yeah, I need to know that verb. Kumain. So I guess if I like to eat, then I would say mahilig ako kumain.
exercise. Now, this is a great Taglish tip. When you don't know a verb in Tagalog, you can use the mag pattern. So, mag exercise is just the way to say exercise. That's commonly how people would say it. If you wanted to say that you like to swim, but you don't know how to say swim in Tagalog, you could say, mahilig ako mag-swim. I like to
Aw.
swim. Later
That's
on, go back
convenient.
and look up what to swim is in Tagalog. Then you can say, mahilig ako lumangoy. Lumangoy.
Lumangoy.
So I am a big supporter of using Taglish, especially while you are learning Tagalog. The main focus here is to learn the
Taglish.
patterns and formation of phrases. And over time, you will learn more Tagalog vocabulary so that you can fill it into these phrases. But in the meantime, feel free to put English words wherever you need to.
But it's interesting how like um dance doesn't start with ma or man or mak. It's just like sumayaw. But the rest has a mak thing. I guess it's like there is like an exception for some. So if I like to dance, I'll just say mahilig ako sumayaw instead of like ma sumayaw.
All right.
Okay.
Now, I always get asked, how do you use the word po? The word po is a part of speech that is used to show respect. Usually, kids say po throughout a conversation when they are speaking to an elderly person.
Oh, so for dance, there are variations. Sumayaw, maksayaw. Okay, the mak makes sense with the nomenclature earlier. It's pretty interesting. I wonder why she didn't teach us maksayaw instead, or is that like just more common to just use sumayaw?
Or adults even say po when they are trying to be respectful either to someone in authority or someone older than them.
Okay.
There are specific placements for the word po, but I will tell you about those in my next video, how to use po. But just as a rule of thumb, you can always add po to the end of anything you say and it will always work. It will always be respectful. So for any of the phrases that we learned today, add po at the very end when you are speaking to someone older than you. And that's just a good way to show respect.
Okay, so this is like the Japanese, oh no, the Korean yo. Like if you want to be more respectful, then at the end just say something something yo. Got it, got it, got it.
All right, now it's time to practice what we learned today. Translate these phrases in Tagalog. I will give you 10 seconds and then we'll go over the answer.
I forgot. I forgot. Can I cheat? Something like what is what ang wait ang is what? Oh shit. I'm so bad. Can I cheat? Is that no wait. What? No, it's not my. Is it Ana? Ana ang something mo mo?
Okay, so the first phrase that we're going to translate to Tagalog is, what is your name? What is your
Ana
name? How do you say that in Tagalog?
Shit. My brain. Ana. Ano?
Ang pangalan mo?
Ano ang pangalan mo?
Ano ang pangalan mo? What is your name?
Ano ang pangalan mo?
Now, how would you reply in Tagalog?
Ako?
If someone asked you, ano ang pangalan mo? How would you reply in Tagalog?
I forgot. It's not just ako, Reina, right? There's something in between that. Ako si.
Ako
Okay,
si
ako si
blank.
Reina.
Ako si Pat.
Ako si
Ako
Reina.
si blank. All right, next question. How do you say, what is your job in
Oh. I forgot again. This is so bad.
Tagalog? What is your job?
Ano ang something mo?
Ano ang
Trabaho.
trabaho
Trabaho. Is there an easy way to remember that trabaho is job? Trabaho. Trabaho. I can't remember. Ano ang trabaho mo?
mo? Ano ang trabaho mo?
Trabaho
What is your
mo.
job? Ano ang trabaho mo? Now, how would you reply in Tagalog?
Ako, ako dancer? Ako sage? No, wait. Did I say C again? Ako si sage?
Blank.
Oh,
Ako.
wait. Okay. Ah. Okay, something ako. Okay, so if you are explaining yourself, like your age and your job is like something ako, except when you want to say your name is like ako si Reina. Okay.
I am blank. Nurse ako.
Sage
Teacher
ako. Dark Knight ako.
Next, how would you say hello, how are you in Tagalog?
Kamusta ka?
How do you say hello, how are you?
I know this
in
one. Kamusta
Tagalog?
ka? Right? I think so. I think so. Kamusta ka? Yes.
Kamusta ka? Kamusta ka?
Kamusta ka?
Kamusta ka? Now, how would you reply in Tagalog? Remember, there are 3 different responses that you could say.
I forgot.
How would you reply to kamusta ka?
Okay, I'm fine. I cannot remember.
If you're doing
Okay.
well, you could say mabuti naman.
Mabuti naman. Ayos lang, hindi mabuti. So mabuti is well. Mabuti is well. How can I remember mabuti is well? Mabuti. Mabuti naman.
Mabuti naman.
Mabuti
If you're doing
naman.
okay, you could say ayos lang.
Ayos lang.
Ayos lang. And if you're not doing so good, you can say hindi mabuti.
Hindi mabuti.
Mabuti.
Hindi mabuti.
All right. Now, how do you say, are you married?
Oh, wait. Wait. Something na mabuti. Mabuti. Mabuti is fine. Yes, my booty. Okay, that's a good one. Thank you, Erin Claire. Mabuti. Mabuti. Okay, got it.
In Tagalog, are you married?
I completely forgot. But the question has a na in it.
May
Na ba?
asawa ka na ba?
May asawa ka na ba? May asawa ka na ba?
May asawa ka na ba? Are you married? May asawa ka na ba? Now, how would you reply in Tagalog? Remember, there are 3 different types of responses you can give to this question.
Okay, so oo is yes, wala is no, none, hindi is no, and wala pa is not yet.
May asawa ka na ba?
Hindi.
You can say,
Yes.
oo, yes, oo,
Okay.
or wala, hindi,
I think I get
no,
the yes
wala,
and
hindi,
no because they're so
or
cute.
wala pa, not yet.
Oo,
wala pa.
wala. Wala pa.
How do you say, where are you from in Tagalog? Where are you from?
I am so blank.
Taga saan ka?
Taga saan ka? Okay, how do I remember this? Where taga saan ka? Taga saan ka?
Taga saan ka? Where are you from? Taga saan ka? Now, how would you reply in Tagalog?
I have no idea.
Taga blank ako.
Okay. Taga Eorzea ako. Taga Ulda ako.
Taga Manila ako. I'm from Manila.
Taga
blank ako.
Taga.
All right, how would you ask, how old are you in Tagalog? How old are you?
Mm,
Ilang taon ka na?
ilang taon? Ilang taon ka na? Kana? Ilang taon ka na?
Ilang taon ka na? Ilang taon ka na?
Ilang
Now, how
taon
would you
ka na?
reply in Tagalog?
Like, just say 18 ako, 20 ako. Or if you're like
You
a
can say
lalafel, like
blank
8 ako.
For example, I would say 30 ako. So blank ako. All right, next question. How would you ask, do you have any kids? Do you have any kids in Tagalog?
My what's kids again? My no wait. I know it starts with my, and then there's like naba at the end. My
May
anak.
ka na ba?
May anak ka na ba?
May anak ka na ba?
May anak ka
Do you
na
have any
ba?
kids? May anak ka na ba? And how would you reply in Tagalog?
Can I just say Hindi?
You can say oo,
My
yes, wala or hindi, no,
okay.
wala pa, not yet. And if you wanted to be specific and say how many kids you do have, it would be my blank anak na ako.
Okay, so 1 is isa, 2 is dalawa, 3 is tatlo, 4 is apat, and 5 is lima.
May dalawang anak na ako. I have 2 kids. Or may apat na anak na ako. I have 4 kids. So that would be the sentence structure if you wanted to say how many kids you do have.
Okay.
Lastly, how would you ask someone, what are your hobbies in Tagalog? What are your hobbies?
Ano ang hobbies ka na ba?
Ano
Ano?
ang hilig mo?
Ano ang hilig mo?
Ano ang hilig mo? What are your hobbies? Ano
Ano
ang hilig mo?
ang hilig mo?
And how would you reply in Tagalog?
Ako mahilig no wait, mahilig first, right? Mahilig ako kumain. Right?
Mahilig ako.
Yay!
I like to. Mahilig ako magluto, to cook.
Magluto. Mahilig ako magluto.
Magbasa, to read.
Magbasa.
Manood ng TV.
Manood
to watch TV.
ng TV.
Manood ng TV.
Manood
Sumayaw,
ng TV.
to dance.
Sumayaw.
Mag-exercise, to exercise.
Mag-exercise.
Exercise. And remember, you can always use a Taglish tip If you don't know a verb in Tagalog, just say it as a mag verb.
So do I just say like mock PvP? Or do you have to say like mock play PvP? Okay, hilik means like hobbies. Hilik, it means like, but hobbies are actually in Tagalog is pinakakaabalahan. Is that right? Pinak pinakakaabalahan. Okay, that is very long, and I would probably just say hobby. Mahilig ako mag-PVPs. Okay, okay.
Mahilig ako mag-swimming. Mahilig ako mag-shopping. And later on, go back and try to figure out what these words are in Tagalog. So to swim is lumangoy. Mahilig ako lumangoy. All right, we learned a lot today. We learned about the history of Tagalog. We learned where it's spoken and some influences of it. Then we learned some common phrases that hopefully you can start using when you meet someone new. And then we practiced. I encourage you to maybe write these phrases down on a note card. Write the English translation on one side and the Tagalog translation on the other side, and then just review them throughout the day.
Yeah.
Practice really does make perfect. Try using these phrases to a native speaker that you know, or if you don't have anyone you can speak to right now, really try practicing these note cards on your own.
Yep, I will definitely ask my fellow Tagalog friends how many kids they have.
And a lot of people I meet get really nervous about their accent. I always say, ignore the accent. Forget about it for now. The accent will come the more you practice. I will say that even I have an English accent when I'm speaking Tagalog sometimes too. It usually comes out when I'm nervous or if I'm speaking too fast. But really, that doesn't matter. What matters in the end is that you are able to communicate in Tagalog.
Yes.
Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Tagalog lessons and follow me on my other social media platforms.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining me in this Tagalog lesson. In my next lesson, I will talk about how to use po when you want to be respectful.
Okay, I'm totally gonna subscribe to this lady because I feel it's pretty useful. Yeah, I think let's see if there is anything interesting. 50 phrases every Filipino beginner should know. Or should I just learn like stuff for kids? No, maybe I should just like try this.
Want to speak real Filipino from your first lesson? Sign up for your free
form of you. So you say, ano pong pangalan nyo?
Wait, that was fast. Okay, let's start with one. So this channel is actually Learn Filipino with FilipinoPod101.com, and it actually it says Filipino but not Tagalog. So let's see if
Hello,
there
how
are
are
differences.
You? The first phrase is kamusta ka? Hello,
okay, this is the
or
same.
How are you? So when you're meeting someone for the first time, you try to be a bit more polite and say, instead of kamusta ka, you say kamusta po kayo.
Oh, which is kamusta po kayo?
Same as hello, how are you? Magandang umaga. Good morning. So the next word is magandang umaga, which means good morning. People that are very, very warm, very kind. So it's very common to hear like people greeting each other when they pass by each other in the corridor and like in the classroom, for example, in the office. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat.
Wait, what? That was fast.
Room, for example, in the office. Magandang umaga.
Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat.
Umaga sa inyong lahat. Magandang tanghali. Good noon. So now what do we say when it's noon? We say magandang tanghali. good noon. In the Philippines, especially during lunchtime, when you come in and then like it's everyone is eating, you always say magandang tanghali. And then when they hear you say it, you sound as if you're a native speaker.
Magandang tanghali, magandang umaga, magandang tanghali,
magandang hapon,
magandang hapon.
Okay, so when the morning is done, noon is over, then what do you say? Magandang hapon. Good afternoon.
Hapon.
Magandang gabi. Good evening.
Magandang gabi.
So if you want to say good evening, you say magandang gabi. Anong pangalan mo? What's your name?
Anong pangalan mo?
So what if you're going to ask someone for their name? So you say, anong pangalan mo?
So I guess she shortened the ang, because just now when in the previous one with learning with Pat, it was ano ang pangalan mo. I guess you can shorten it to anong pangalan mo.
Or what's your name? If you meet someone for the first time, if it's the morning, you say, good morning. What's your name?
Magandang umaga.
Magandang umaga. Anong pangalan mo? When you want to ask someone for their name, you need to be polite. So you add po, which is the particle, and then you use the plural form of you. So you say, ano pong pangalan nyo?
Ano pong pangalan? Okay, so it's too complicated, and I'm just going to skip the po. I hope it's not too rude.
Ako si, I'm. If you are
this
on
one
the
is
receiving
the
end of that
same.
question, then you say, ako si, name.
Ako
Or
si Reina.
Name. Ako si Erika. I'm Erika. Ikinagagalak kong
Wow. This is so long. Ikinagagalak kong makilala ka. Ikinagagalak kong makilala ka. Ikinagagalak kong makilala ka.
Nice to meet you.
I don't think I can remember this. Ikinagagalak kong makilala ka. Makilala ka.
If you want to express now how happy you are to meet this new person,
What's
then
up
you
with
would
the
say,
dinosaur? What's up with this dinosaur eating a man? Ikinagagal. Oh my gosh, like this is so hard. Ikinagagalak kong. Ikinagagalak kong makilala ka.
Nagagalak kong makilala ka. Nice to meet you.
Is
Since this
there a short form to this?
is the first time you're meeting this person, you should use the polite form, which is, ikinagagalak ko po kayong makilala.
What? Okay, so the first word is the same. Ikinagagalak. But instead of kong is ko po kayong. And you remove the ka. Ikinagagalak. Yeah, I'm just gonna say nice to meet you. You guys can speak English, right? I think
Ayos lang
I'm just
ako.
going to say nice to meet
Ikaw?
you. Ayos lang. Okay, ayos lang was I'm good. Like I'm so. Then you add the ako, it's I. Okay, ako, ayos
I'm
lang
fine.
ako.
And you?
Okay, ikaw
When someone
is
asks
and
you, how are you? Of course, either you are okay or you're not. You will say, you are fine. So how do you say it in Filipino? You would say, ayos lang ako. Ikaw. In English, I'm fine. And you? Or if you are not okay, you can say, ayos lang ako. Ikaw. Paki. Please.
Paki.
So if you want to
Okay,
ask
this
someone
one
for a
is
favor,
useful.
what would you say? In English, we say please. In
Paki.
Filipino, we use a prefix that we say as paki. We
Paki.
add to another verb. So for example, we say, please bring this to the office. Then you will say in Filipino, pakidala ito sa opisina.
I'm gonna skip that. I'm just gonna say paki. She didn't use the mabuti. Yeah. Salamat.
Salamat. Thank
Salamat.
you.
Oh, this is
Salamat.
useful.
Or thank you.
Salamat.
Walang anuman.
Walang
You're
anuman.
welcome.
Walang anuman. Salamat and walang anuman.
Then you also want to be polite and say you're welcome. Or in Filipino, walang anuman. Oo. Yes. How do you
Oo.
express agreement in Filipino? You say oo, which means yes. Very simple. For example, there's an older person.
What's up with the dinosaurs, really? Like, what is this? What is this? Is that like a scarf? And like a hat? I don't know.
Talking to you and you want to say yes, you should be a bit more polite and say opo. Hindi.
Oppo. Like the oppo. Salamat pagi. Thank you, Stingray.
No. So what if you want to say no? Then you use hindi. Or if you want to be polite, you say hindi po.
Hindi
Sige.
po. Sige. Wow, what is this?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sige. Sige.
So say you have a friend who asks you, do you want to drink with me all night, have party all night, you know, those kind of things. And then you say, yeah, fine, okay. So in Filipino, you say, sige.
Sige.
Paumanhin. Excuse me.
Paumanhin.
So for example, you have an older colleague at work and this person is busy, but you need to ask her for something. So you say, excuse me. And in Filipino, you say, paumanhin or paumanhin po, to be more polite.
Paumanhin.
Patawad. I'm
Patawad.
sorry. If you did something really, really...
Okay, paalam. Paalam, Erin Claire. Yes, DR time. Alright, it's reset time. Okay, thank you so much for teaching me Tagalog, Erin Claire. See you around, well, next week there's gonna be stream again on Tagalog. Let's see how much I can learn. Salamat.
Then, we use patawad. I'm sorry. Anong oras na?
Anong
What time
oras
is it?
na?
So what does anong
Oh.
oras na mean? It
Oras.
means, what time is it?
Oras is hours, if I remember correctly from Spanish.
Nasaan ang CR? Where is the restroom? Nasaan ang CR? Or to be
Nasaan ang
polite,
CR?
because even at that time you have to be polite, even if it's like really urgent. You have to be polite. You say, nasaan po ang CR?
So
Hindi ko
CR
alam.
is the toilet.
I don't know. Hindi ko alam. I don't know. If your boss asks you,
Ko
where is your
alam.
office mate? This person? And then you don't know, then you say, hindi ko po alam.
Hindi
Sandali
ko
lang.
alam.
Wait a moment. So if you say to your boss, because your boss is asking you, where is the report? You want to say, wait a moment. So you say,
Sandali lang.
sandali lang po. So your friends
Sandali
came
lang.
over to your house and you haven't taken a bath. You haven't fixed yourself. And then your friends just want to go out to have fun. But you want to say, wait a moment, wait a minute. Give me like an hour or something to at least get ready. So you say, sandali lang.
Sandali lang.
Magkano ito? How
Magkano
much is
ito?
this? So you finally got dressed and then you went out with your friend and you are at the mall, like looking at some nice pearls because in the Philippines we have lots of pearls.
Magkano
How will you
ito?
ask the salesperson? So you can say, magkano po ito? Or if
Magkano
your
po
friend, or if
ito?
it's like a younger salesperson probably, you can just simply say, magkano ito? How much is this?
Magkano ito?
Pwede bang makuha na ang bill? Could I get the check, please?
This is so
After
long.
dinner, you want to pay because it's your treat, because you forced your friends to eat adobo. So you would ask the waitress or the waiter for the check. So how do you say it in Filipino? Pwede bang makuha ang bill? Could I get the check, please?
Pwede bang
Or,
makuha?
if you cannot remember all these,
Yeah, I can't.
just simply do this.
Tulong!
Help! So you're walking in the street and then you're
Okay.
very not careful with your things. So you're walking, you're holding your bag like this, and someone stole your bag. Like, oh, you want to call for help. So what do? You say, tulong, help.
Tulong.
And then the more you scream it, the more people will hear you.
Okay.
Hanggang sa muli.
Hanggang sa
See you again
muli.
soon. It's the end of the day, and you've had fun with your friends. So you tell your friends, oh, okay, bye. See you again soon. Which in Filipino is hanggang sa muli. But in regular conversations, you don't really say this. We tend to say, see you, or sige. That was the last word for today, and thank you very much for watching. Hopefully.
Okay, I think that is already so many words that I have to remember by today. Okay, so just to recap, I think I'm going to subscribe to this lady as well because well, she, even though she doesn't give you the history of Tagalog and all that, and she doesn't have like a review at the end like the learning with Pat, but I think this is pretty good to just keep listening like every day. So I'm just gonna give her a subscribe, and maybe I will try to listen to her as I sleep. Oh, this is my brain. My brain can't absorb anything anymore. Okay, so I guess if I have to say which one I remember the most, it would be probably like Ako si Reina. And then there is Salamat, which is thank you. And earlier from chat, Erin Claire said that Paalam means goodbye. And if you wanna ask what's your name, it's Anong pangalan? And what else? Magandang umaga is good morning. Pike is like please. So like maybe if I want to ask someone to use their limit break in PvP, it would be like PK limit break, or like limit break PK. And there is sige, and there is also oo, which is yes, wala, which is none, and hindi is no. And then there is wala pa, which is not yet, and wala na is no longer, I think. And I'm just trying to recall everything by memory and not look at the cheat sheet. What else did I learn? Salamat already done, and yeah, I think those were pretty much what I remembered. Oh, ayos lang. Ayos lang is like I'm so, or I think according to the lady here, you can say like ayos lang ako for like I'm so. And mabuti means good. So if it's not good, like if someone asks how are you and you're not good, you can just say mabuti hindi, means like it's good but it's not good. Okay, I think that's pretty much all of it. I will need to do flashcards. I wrote everything down on my iPad, but I don't think it's gonna be useful for my notes. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to try looking for an app to make like easy flashcards, maybe. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I think that's all for tonight's stream. I know I'm supposed to go all the way to midnight, which is in another like 40 minutes. But tomorrow I have to wake up a little bit early and arrive at the office earlier than usual, so I will have to end the stream soon. But thank you everyone for staying on this stream, and thanks also to everyone who tried to teach me and explain to me how it works and apply it to more commonly used situations. Hopefully, I can speak Tagalog fluent enough. I'm just going to learn it slowly because at the same time I'm learning Mandarin. I think my brain won't be able to take it if I learn two languages intensively at the same time. So yeah, I'm learning Mandarin like every Tuesday and Thursday. So I'm going to dedicate learning Tagalog every Monday. I'm just going to start slow, and maybe I'll try to use Tagalog like in chats as well, maybe on Twitter. And yeah, and hopefully I can remember all the easy phrases to say by, let's give myself around 3 months. Okay, well, that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for staying, and I'll be streaming again next Monday. But if you want to see me playing Final Fantasy 14, then it will be on every Thursday and Friday. It used to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday kind of thing, but seems like Wednesday is not working too well for me. So I'm switching to Thursday. Okay, well, thanks a lot, everyone. Salamat and paalam. See you in the next stream. Bye.